Are you looking for tools and home appliances that make your daily life easier and more efficient? In this video, I'll be presenting a comprehensive review of 18 amazing products from Amazon in the category of diverse home and office tools and appliances, from fitness equipment to kitchen tools and photography gear. Stick with me to discover their features, and remember that the purchase links for each product are available in the description below the video to try them out for yourself. Let's dive into the first product, the Sunny Health and Fitness Mini Stepper Stair Stepper from the original series. This is a great stepper to have at home. Comes practically set up out of the box, so there's very little that you need to do to set this one up. Great machine to have around to get a great workout. I'm gonna be going over the weight, the dimensions, the features of the stepper. Let's start with the length. So the length is about 15.5 inches long. When it comes to the width is a little bit over a foot, so let's say 12.5 inches. The height can be adjusted, but the way I have it set up, it is running about 12 inches, so about 12 inches to height. The screen has a LCD screen which keeps count of your steps, the counter. It keeps track of the time and the calories. The length of where you place your shoes is about 12 inches in length. The weight is about 15 pounds and about an ounce, so about 15 pounds and 1 ounce. Below the stepper, you do have an adjuster, so you have a small little adjuster right there in the bottom, which you could adjust the intensity. All right, so let's go ahead and let's give this stepper a try. So as you can see, my shoes are about 10.5 inches long, and they take up most of the stepper. The screen, as you can see, is keeping track of the time and the calories, as well as the steps. Overall, this is a great machine. I highly recommend it for the price, for the convenience, for the quality. Excellent stepper to have at home. Now let's move on to the second product, DeWalt Portable Jump Starter DX-AE-J14. Not only is this a portable jump starter, but it is also a power station with 2 USB ports, and it is also an air compressor. We're going to be reviewing not only the cool features, but also the measurements, the weights, and the specs. One of the cool features of this jump starter is the LED work light. So if you're ever stranded in the middle of the night, this LED work light will definitely come in handy. LED work light is a must-have. As you can see, this is a pitch black night and it has no trouble lighting up the area that you are working on. This portable jump starter is also a power station that comes with 2 USB ports. So connect your favorite USB cable and charge away. This jump starter also comes with an air compressor, built-in air compressor. So as you can see, just go ahead and reel out the line, connect it to your tire, and you're able to put air in your tires. The air compressor is very powerful. As you can see, it has no problem putting air in a V8 engine or V8 truck. It has a cool feature, what has an automatic shut-off compressor. So once you set the limit of where you want the tire to reach, once it reaches your settings, it will automatically shut off. It is very easy to charge. It comes with your standard plug. Go ahead and plug it to any of the outlets in your house, and it'll be able to charge overnight. Now let's move on to the measurement. So when it comes to the length of the portable jump starter, the length is about 10 inches long and about 6 inches in width. The height of this portable jump starter is about a foot, or about 12 inches high. It is a heavy-duty portable jump starter, so when you carry it, you're going to feel that it is heavy-duty, and it comes at about 17 pounds and 11 ounces. Once you connect the clamps to the battery, it will automatically check your alternator. So it does have a built-in alternator check. And once you are ready, right here you're going to have the jump starter. Just go ahead and turn on the knob to the on position, and it will automatically jump start your vehicle. Overall, this is a great portable jump starter to have at home. Everybody should have one of these at their home. I have used it plenty of times myself. It comes in handy, like I said. Not only is it a jump starter, but a power station and an air compressor. Great to have, easy and portable to move around and take around. Now let's move on to the third product, Accuteck All-in-One Series Model WA250 Digital Shipping Postal Scale. I'm going to be going over the specs, the measurements, and the cool features that the scale has to offer. This scale can measure and weigh anything from 0.1 ounces to 50 pounds. It can measure in kilograms, grams, ounces, and pounds. This model comes with a power cord, but it could also be used without any power with 3 AAA batteries. Now let's move on to the measurements. The length or the front is about 6 inches in length and about 9.5 inches in width, and about 1.5 inches in height. Once you place an object on the shipping scale, you're going to see that the scale is pretty accurate, and it will give you the weight and the measurements that you desire, whether that is pounds with ounces, or kilograms and grams. One of the cool features about this scale is whenever you have a big item that does cover the numbers, you'll be able to use the hold and allow you to lock in the numbers, so whenever you take the item off, it still holds the measurement. To unhold, just click the hold button once more. Overall, this is a great scale to have around, especially if you do a lot of shipping. It is very accurate, there is no calibration needed, and you could lock and hold into place the numbers if the item is too bulky. You could also change the measurements from kilograms to grams to ounces. So overall, highly recommend this scale to have around.
Now, let's move on to the fourth product, Neewer 700-watt equivalent softbox lighting kit. It is a 2-pack, so it comes with 1 carrying bag, 2 stands, 2 softbox, and 2 light bulbs. We're going to be going over the specs, the measurements, and some cool features that this softbox lighting kit has to offer. They are great for castings, great for taking pictures, and great for showing details with a high-quality light and daylight light. One of the cool features of the Neewer Lightbox is that it does come with an adjustment knob. This adjustment knob lets you rotate the softbox 210 degrees. Set the softbox in the adjustment you need and lock the knob back into place.
Let's go over the measurements. The depth of the softbox is about 18 inches. The length of the softbox is about 22.5 inches. The height of the softbox is also about 22.5 inches. The stand and the tripod can be adjusted to various heights. The stand and softbox could go as low as 43 inches. The tripod and the softbox could be extended up to a height of about over 7 feet, 88 inches. Overall, the Neewer 700-watt equivalent softbox lighting kit is a great lighting kit to have around. Whether you are doing castings, whether you are taking pictures, whether you are selling online, or want to take a good quality pictures, the softbox kit is a must-have. Now, let's move on to the fifth product, Santo Ratchet Type Tube and Pipe Cutter. This is a great tool for cutting PEX, PVC, and PPR plastic hoses, and plumbing pipes up to 1/1/5/8 inches. We're going to be reviewing the design, the specs, the measurements, the weight, and the cool features that this pipe cutter has to offer. Let's start with the measurements. The pipe cutter is about 8 inches in length and about 4 inches in width. The opening of the pipe cutter itself is about 1/1/5/8 inches. The weight of the pipe cutter is about 8 ounces. Let's start off with the cool features that this pipe cutter has to offer. To begin with, this pipe cutter does have a safety lock. To unlock it, just go ahead and pull it backwards, and we're using both hands, go ahead and pull on the handles to open the pipe cutter. The blade will pop out. This is a ratchet type design, so every time I pull on the handles, you could see that the blade is closing in and locking in place. Let's try it out. I have a 3/4 PVC pipe that I'm about to cut using this pipe cutter. Just put the pipe into place. Once you are ready, go ahead and start moving the handle back and forth, and you can see that it will lock into place very easily, and you'll see that the blade is extremely sharp and it will go through the pipe like nothing. Overall, the Santo Ratchet Type Tube and Pipe Cutter is a great choice when you are cutting any PEX, PVC, or PPR plastic hoses. Now let's move on to the sixth product, Aroma Housewares Rice Grain Cooker and Food Steamer. I am going to be going over the dimensions, the specs, and the cool features that this rice grain cooker has to offer. It can cook up to 4 cups of uncooked rice, or 8 cups of cooked rice. Let's start with the dimensions. The cooker is in a cylindrical shape, and it has about 8 inch in diameter, so about 8 inch in length and 8 inch in width. It is also about 8 inches in height. The weight of the cooker is about 3 pounds and 5 ounces. Now let's talk about the features. With the Aroma Housewares Rice and Grain Cooker, you're able to cook white rice, you could keep it warm, have a delayed timer, do a flash rice, use it as a steamer, or cook brown rice. All right, so let's try it out and see how it works. Going to start by adding some olive oil, following by some white rice. I'll be adding my favorite spice and adding a cup of water. I close the lid, I turn it on, and click the rice button. It will automatically start detecting the amount of rice and water that's in there, and it'll automatically start cooking it. Depending on the amount of rice that you are cooking is how long it will take to cook. Once the cooker is about finished, you will see a countdown on the screen. It'll automatically change settings to keep warm. You will also be notified by a buzzer whenever the cooker is done. Okay, let's see how it turned out. I cooked some Mexican-type rice using white rice and my favorite spice, and as you can see, it is very well cooked, cooked to perfection, not undercooked and not overcooked. Overall, the Aroma Housewares rice and grain cooker and food steamer is a great item to have at home. It is easy to set up, and it could cook anything from rice to grains to chilies, soup, and even steamed veggies. Now, let's move on to the 7th product, long overhead tripod mount. I will be going over the specs, the dimensions, the weights, and the cool features that this mount has to offer. This mount is very versatile and can be adjusted at various different spots. This overhead mount does come with a phone holder. Phone holder can be taken off, leaving a 1/4 thread head, where you could set up anything from a phone to a webcam to a ring light or even a microphone using the 1/4 thread head. Let's go over the dimensions. You'll be able to attach or clamp this mount to anything that is 1 3/4 inches. The first arm is about 13 inches. The second arm is also about 13 or 14 inches, and the small arm is about 9 inches. The weight of the mount is a little bit over a pound. This mount is perfect for recording videos and getting these overhead shots. As you can see, this overhead mount is very versatile and can be adjusted to various different spots. Once you've found the spot that you like, go ahead and twist the knobs and it'll set up and lock in place. Overall, the long overhead tripod mount is an excellent choice if you are trying to get any overhead shots. The 1/4 thread head allows you to set up anything from a phone to a webcam to ring lights or even a microphone. Overall, this is an excellent choice. Now let's move on to the 8th product, Klein Tools Non-Contact Dual Range Voltage Tester. I'm going to be going over the specs, the dimensions, the weight, and the cool features that this voltage tester has to offer. Let's start off with the measurement. The length is about 5.5 inches long with a width of about 1 inch. The voltage tester weighs a little bit over 1 ounce. This is a dual range voltage tester. It could test both low voltage and high voltage. When the blue light is on, it will be testing for both low voltage and high voltage. The tester becomes more sensitive, and as soon as you get close to any electric source, it will start turning red and beeping. When you see the green light, it will only test for the high voltage, and you'll see when it is extremely close to the electric source, it will start beeping even faster. Another cool feature is that this voltage tester can act as a light and illuminate your workspace. Overall, the Klein Tools Non-Contact Dual Range Voltage Tester is a great tool to have around the house whenever you need to look for electric currents. Now, let's move on to the 9th product, Sole Quick Lift Shoe Lift Insert. I'm going to be going over the dimensions, the weight, and the cool features that this insert has to offer. Let's go over the dimensions. The shoe lift insert is about 4.5 inches in length and about 2.5 inches in width. Even though these are the 1.5 shoe lift inserts, you could see that they are approximately about 1.25 inch in height. The weight of each insert is about 1.7 ounces. Let's go into the features that the shoe lift has to offer. This shoe lift insert gives you an instant height increase. It is made up of a comfortable gel material which makes it a great shock absorption. The bottom of the insole has an anti-slip technology. The gel material makes this insert very comfortable, but it is strong enough to maintain your weight and keep a good height increase. These shoe lift inserts are easy to add to any shoes and to remove. These shoe lift inserts are great for most shoes and for most sizes. Overall, the Sole Quick Lift Height Increase insoles are a great shoe lift insert to give you an instant height increase, but also maintaining the comfort. Now let's move on to the 10th product, Original Vidalia Chop Wizard. I'm going to be going over the dimensions, the weight, and the cool features this Chop Wizard has to offer. Let's start with the dimensions. The length of the Chop Wizard is about 11 inches in length and about 5 inches in width. The height is about 3 inches, and the Vidalia Chop Wizard weighs a little bit over a pound. Let's start going over some of the cool features. The Vidalia Chop Wizard is a clear plastic container, and it comes with measurement markings on its side. When you open the lid, you're going to be seeing some ridges. These are great to keep the item in place, as well as to push down into the blade. The blade is easily removable and does come with an interchangeable blade. The blades are in different sizes, so you may choose the blade that you prefer. To remove, simply lift the blade and replace with the other one. Okay, now it's time to try it out. I'm going to begin chopping some tomatoes. So as you can see, I'm going to have the tomatoes already sliced. So I'll simply open the lid, place the tomato, and push down. And it's as simple as that. Repeat the process and you'll have the perfect sized tomatoes every time. Now let's try it out with some onion. So the same thing goes. I start with onion that is already sliced. I open the lid and place it on the chopper and press down. I repeat the process, and again, once I'm done, you will see that I have the perfect size onion every time. Overall, the original Vidalia Chop Wizard is a great way to chop or dice fruits, vegetables, or more. It is easy to use and easy to clean, and it is a time saver. It will also give you the perfect chop size every time.
Now let's move on to the 11th product, Best Pet Foldable Foam Pet Steps. I will be going over the dimensions, the specs, the measurements, and the cool feature that these pet steps have to offer. The width or the depth is about 27 inches, and the front or the length is about 16 inches. The height is 22 inches. These steps weigh a little bit over 5 pounds. Now, let's start with the cool features. These pet steps are foldable and have a zipper that runs around it. You are able to easily unzip and fold these steps for easy storage. When you unzip it, the steps will collapse into a foldable box. Let's try them out. Here you can see my pet easily go up and down the steps without a hassle. And as you can tell, he loves it. The Best Pet Foldable Foam Pet Steps are great for your pet to access high areas. They have an anti-slip fabric underneath, and the cover can be removed and is machine washable. Overall, this is a great buy, and your pet will love you for it.
Now let's move on to the 12th product, Vicks Warm Mist Humidifier. I will be going over the specs, the weights, the measurements, the dimensions, and the cool features that this humidifier has to offer. Let's start with the measurements. The length is about 11 inches and a width of about 6 inches. The height is about 13 inches and the weight is a little bit over 3 pounds. Now let's go into the features. The humidifier has dual settings, one for low and one for high. It also has an auto shutoff feature. The Blue Gallon has a handle on the top and can easily be removed. Once you remove the container, the bottom will have a watertight cap. You will need to unscrew the cap in order to fill in the container. All right, now let's go ahead and let's try it out. I'm going to start with the low setting. If you see the top of the humidifier, you'll be able to see the mist coming out. Now let's try with the high setting. As you can see, the high setting is a little bit louder, but there is much more mist coming out. Overall, the Vicks Warm Mist Humidifier is a great option to have at home. It is great for small to medium-sized rooms. The 1-gallon container is great as you can run it for 24 hours on the low setting. It is also filter-free and comes with the auto shutoff setting. If you're looking for a humidifier, this is a great option. Now, let's move on to the 13th product, Conair Handheld Steamer. I will be going over the dimensions, the specs, the weight, and the features that this handheld steamer has to offer. Let's start with the dimensions. The steamer is about 12 inches or 1 foot in length, and the head of the steamer is about 6 inches in width, and the handle is about 3 inches in width. The steamer weighs 2 pounds and 5 ounces. Let's go over some of the features. The steamer will have an indicator light in the back that will either light up green or red. The red light means it has power, and the green light means it is ready. The steamer comes with 2 settings, low for delicates and high for heavy fabrics. When you are ready to steam, just pull the trigger and the steam will start coming out. The steamer has a steam lock feature next to the trigger. This will lock the trigger in place and you will have non-stop steam. The water container is easily detachable and is simple and easy to fill up with water. Once you have filled up the container, simply put the container back into its spot and it will lock in place. Now, to try it out, the steamer will heat up in 75 seconds. So as you can see, the steamer is very simple to use, and you are able to switch between the settings from low to high depending on the fabric type. And as you can see, it does an excellent job in removing the wrinkles.
Overall, the Conair handheld steamer is an excellent choice. It is simple to use and heats up in 75 seconds. A container of water will last you up to 15 minutes of steam time. The steamer is also equipped with a 9-foot power cord, and the dual settings is perfect for any material. Now let's move on to the 14th product, the Galaxy Star Projector. I will be going over the specs, the dimensions, the weight, and the features this projector has to offer. Let's start with the dimensions. The projector is about 7 inches in diameter and about 4.5 inches in height, and it weighs about 14 ounces. Now, the features. Not only is it a Galaxy and Star projector, but it also includes a built-in Bluetooth speaker. On the projector, you will be able to control certain features such as the brightness and the volume. The projector does come with a remote control, and it can also be controlled through a phone app. You could also use a smart voice control, such as Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant. Now, let's try it out. This Galaxy projector has many different lights, stars, and combinations. Overall, this Galaxy Star projector is perfect to light up your ceiling in the night, whether you're using it as a night light or to fall asleep, and the built-in Bluetooth speaker is a plus. Now let's move on to the 15th product, Swingline Desktop Hole Puncher. I will be going over the specs, the dimensions, the weight, and the features this hole puncher has to offer. Let's start with the dimensions. The length of the hole puncher is a little bit over a foot, or 12.5 inches in length, with a width of about 3.5 inches. With the lever locked in place, the height of the hole puncher is about 4.5 inches, and it weighs about 2 pounds and 7 ounces. Now let's talk about the features. This hole puncher is customizable. Underneath the hole puncher, you'll see 3 screws, which can be removed and relocated to any spot that you need. On the back, the hole puncher comes with a lock for the lever. To unlock, simply hold down the lever and push back on the lock. To lock the lever back in place, hold down the lever and push the lock forward. The hole puncher comes with measurements on each hole to make sure that you are getting the right measurement. Now let's try it out. This hole puncher is easy to use and has a 20-sheet capacity. The lever helps you create the holes effortlessly. Overall, the Swingline Desktop Hole Puncher is a great item to have at home or at work. And it is customizable. The lever will help you go through the sheets effortlessly.
Now let's move on to the 16th product, Swingline 2-Hole Hole Puncher. I'll be going over the specs, the dimensions, the weight, and the features this hole puncher has to offer. Let's start with the measurements. It is about 6 inches in length and about 4 inches in width. The height is about 2.5 inches. It weighs 1 pound and 3 ounces. Now let's go over the features. The hole puncher includes an alignment guide with measurements embedded on it. To adjust the guide, simply move it left or right to set it in place. The handle can be lowered and lock in place. Simply lower the handle and set the lock. This is great for whenever you are not using it and need to store the hole puncher. The hole puncher has a non-skid tray and it could easily be removed. Now let's try it out. This hole puncher has a 28-sheet capacity. It also has a 50% reduced effort due to its lever-typed handle. And as you can see, the hole puncher does exactly what it is intended to do. Overall, the Swingline 2-Hole Hole Puncher is a great hole puncher to have at home or at your workplace. It is made out of metal for great durability, and with the 28-sheet capacity, you will be able to save time and effort.
Now let's move on to the 17th product, Portable Back and Neck Massager. I will be going over the specs, the dimensions, the weight, and the features this massager has to offer. Let's start with the dimensions. The massager is about 16 inches in length, 7 inches in width, and 7 inches in height. It weighs about 2 pounds and 15 ounces. Let's go over some of the features. This massager can be used for multiple purposes. It could be used for your shoulders, your back, your neck, your waist, your feet, or your legs. On the side, you'll be able to adjust the heat, the speed, rotation, and turn on and off. The massager will come with pocket-type handles where you'll be able to insert your arms to hold the massager in place. Now let's try it out. To turn on the massager, simply press the on button on the side. As you can see, this massager is great for your shoulders, your back, or your lower back. You are able to adjust the intensity, the heat, and the direction of the rotation. With your arms, you'll be able to pull or release on the handles, adjusting the intensity of the massage. Overall, this portable back and neck massager is a great item. Whether you are using it for your shoulders, your back, lower back, neck, waist, feet, or legs, this massager does an awesome job.
Now, let's move on to the 18th product, Homedics Quattro Mini Handheld Massager. I will be going over the specs, the dimensions, the weight, and the features this massager has to offer. Let's start with the dimensions. The massager is about 4.5 inches in length and about 4 inches in width. The height is about 3.5 inches and it weighs 6 ounces. Let's start with the features. This massager is small, compact, and portable. It is a vibration massager powered by 2 AAA batteries. On the top, you will see the power on and off button, and on the bottom of the handle has a nice grip. It has 4 massage heads, and it is perfect for giving spot massages for your legs, shoulders, back, and neck. Now, let's try it out. Simply press the on button. The massager will start vibrating. You can control the intensity of the massage by the intensity of the pressure you are applying. Overall, the Homedics Quattro Mini Handheld Massager is a great spot massage. The small, portable, compact design makes it very easy to take on the go.
That was our comprehensive review of 18 amazing Amazon products that can improve your daily routine. If you liked the video and found it useful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel for more reviews, and leave your comments about your favorite product or suggestions for upcoming videos. And remember, the links for purchasing these products are available in the description below the video. Try them now and share your experiences with us. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.